The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Good. Wow. Is that short? I got my haircut today. Good morning, afternoon, evening. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for this 28th day. It'll be my grandfather's birthday today. 2025, and tonight game one of our second semifinal between the 88 Boston Red Sox, the losers of the World Series last year on the channel, versus the 1956 New York Yankees, winners of this year's World Series. Yankees have home field. I will be playing the Red Sox because that's what I do. Remember, both of those series, the Red Sox beating the Reds and the Yankees beating Seattle, only went 2 games. Those were the 2 series that did not go the full distance of 3. So theoretically, I could have gone with Roger Clemens versus Whitey Ford in this one, but I did not. That will be Roger Clemens in Boston. I don't know if I'll go with Whitey at Fenway because Whitey never pitched well at Fenway. So I'm trying to be fair. However, tonight's pitching matchup is Mike Boddicker, who came over to Boston halfway through the 88 season and was a solid rotation pitcher, although he wasn't Bruce Hurst, against Don Larson, who may or may not have thrown a perfect game in the 1956 World Series. So that's a setup for you. A beautiful night in New York. The Red Sox and the Yankees could be a best of 3. Well, is a best of 3. We'll see. After the way that the first semifinal went, you just never know. It's been a wonderful project so far, and hopefully you are enjoying it all. Red Sox and Yankees from the big old ballpark in the Bronx. Next. As Retro Sports Network presents the RSN Greatest Hits Tournament tonight from the Bronx in New York City. It'll be the 1956 New York Yankees versus the 1988 Boston Red Sox. And tonight's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And it will be Don Larson, who pitched for a number of teams, I guess with the Cubs as well, getting the call. Knight Rider is 27 years old, 11-5 on the real year, 20 starts. He was a regular in the rotation to start the year. Casey Stengel moved him to the pen. He finished 6 games and had 1 shutout. The key thing is, how you doing, Andy? Key thing was he got the ball in the World Series when it mattered and became a household legend. 27 years old, fastball at 87, and a fly ball pitcher. And this will be the lineup he'll face. Wade Boggs will lead off at third. Ellis Burks in center field will bat second. The first time we've had Mike Greenwell on since his untimely passing in left. He'll go third. I believe we did game 2 of the Red Series the day that he died, which was kind of a tribute, which we weren't planning. Dwight Evans cleans up in right. Jim Rice, who had the big game 2 in Cincinnati, is a DH. He'll bat 5th. Todd B is at first. He'll go 6th. Rich Gedman behind the plate, batting 7th. Spike Owen gets a call over Jody Reed, and that's just purely for defensive purposes. It's short. He'll go 8th. And Marty Barrett gets that second leadoff spot at 9. Larson can give you 130 pitches, which could be a complete game, or 4 innings out of the bullpen when your team is tired. Enos Slaughter is a left fielder as we set the Yankee defense for you. He is a 4 and a 3. Mickey Mantle is an 8 and a 9 in center. Hank Bauer, a 6 and a 5 in right. Andy Carey, a 5 at third. Gil McDougald, a 7 and a 10 at short. Billy Martin, a 6 and a 9 at second. Bill Skowron, a 6 at first. Yogi Berra, a 10 and a 9 behind the plate. Larson a 4 on the mound with a .923 fielding percentage. I've got the Sox. The computer has the Yankees. Blame them. Wade Boggs against the Reds went 2 for 6 in that series with 2 doubles, 4 runs, 2 walks, and a strikeout. Weather, not a factor. Blowing in from center at 5 is the wind, and 75 degrees. Just a drop-dead gorgeous night in New York City. Pitch to Boggs, ball 4. So Larson, a 5-pitch walk, a 3-1 fastball missed down and in. Here's Ellis Burks. Burks 2 for 7 against the Reds. 2 singles, an RBI, a run scored, a walk, and a strikeout. Larson deals. Here's a fly ball center field. Mantle will go back and make the catch, and Boggs goes back to first. How late did you stay up last night, Andy? Mike Greenwell, 3 for 7 against Cincinnati. A double, an RBI. He scored twice and walked twice. Boggs on first. Just the start of things here from New York. Right center field. Back goes Mantle. Slow computer. Mickey is there and makes the catch, and Boggs was halfway to second. He'll go back to first. 2 out for Dewey. Dwight Evans did not have a good postseason last year and is 0 for 8 in the tournament this year against the Reds. Does have an RBI and 2 runs scored. Only watched the game last night of the 5th. No, I was pretty tired. Actually got watching the Hurricane stuff. Melissa. And so I knew that it was the Dodgers were ahead. Got up this morning. The alarm went off at 6. Wife made a pot roast, which we'll have tomorrow. And so I'm checking my email at 5 after 6. And why is it breaking news that the Dodgers won Game 3? Turns out there's a good reason for that. Some great stories. Pitch to Dewey. And that's a swing and a miss, and it got past Berra on strike 3. And Evans marches down to first. So Boggs on second, Evans on first, 2 out on a rare wild pitch. That just found the dirt and skipped away from Yogi. Remember, in the other series, Yogi had a pass ball early. This was a wild pitch. Jim Rice, 4 for 9 against Cincinnati. 2 home runs in Game 2. He drove in 7. Perfect pot roast weather, isn't it? We won't talk about the prices of this stuff. Trying out the new crock pot. It smells great in here, by the way. Some potatoes, some carrots, onion soup mix. How you doing, Tim? Pitch to Rice. Runners on first and second. Larson struck him out. And that'll do. Red Sox threaten but do not score. No runs, no hits. A drop, strike 3, and a walk. After half an inning, no score. So here's Boddicker. These numbers are with the Red Sox. It's not a combined Red Sox-Oriole card. He's 31. Started 14 games down the stretch for Boston. 7-3 with a 2.63 ERA. An extreme ground ball pitcher, and that fastball tops out at 88. I don't think I gave you the rest of Larson's numbers. Gil McDougall will lead off for the Yankees. Enos Slaughter in left will bat second. Mickey Mantle, who won the Triple Crown in our replay as well as real life, in center goes third. Yogi Berra behind the plate cleans up. Bill Skowron, the World Series hero for New York, at first will bat fifth. Hank Bauer in right will go sixth. I think Bauer and Berra are the only 2 regulars that played for both Yankee teams in this tournament. Bob Cerv gets to be the DH, batting 7th. Andy Carey at third goes 8th. Billy Martin at second, batting 9th. And Boddicker can give you 115 pitches, 7 innings on a good day. Mike Greenwell, a 5 and a 3 in left. Ellis Burks, a 7 and a 5 in center for Boston. Dewey is a 6 and an 8 in right. Wade Boggs is a 7 at third. Spike Owen is a 7 and a 5 at short. Marty Barrett, a 5 and a 7 at second. Todd Benzinger, a 2 at first. Rich Gedman an 8 and a 7 behind the plate, and Boddicker a 6 on the mound with a 1,000 fielding percentage. Low 50s and clear in Northeast Ohio. No, not bad at all. It's supposed to pour like crazy here Friday. The rest of Boddicker's numbers with the Red Sox: 89 innings, 85 hits, 3 homers. He walked 26 and struck out 56. McDougald went 4 for 9 against Seattle with a double. Andy buys half a cow. Ooh, lots of stew meat. How much was that? Get a hold of me on Facebook. 3 or 4 nights a week the next few weeks. I wish we had the freezer. I've tried to get the wifey to let me buy a chest freezer. It was $20 for a London broil to do this with. And London broil is not a good pot roast, but yeah. I might talk to her about that again, so we could stock it full of meat. Because we both like meat. Pitch to McDougald is a ground ball to third. Boggs has it over to Benzinger, and there is 1 out. For Slaughter, who went 0 for 7 against Seattle, he, I think, was the key cog for the Yankees down the stretch when we did the 56 replay, for them to pretty much jump from 4th to 1st. Pitch to Slaughter. There's a ground ball to Owen. Spike's got it over to Todd B., and there is 2 out. 2 away for Mickey Mantle. 3 for 8 against Seattle with 2 doubles. Didn't drive anybody in. But yeah, it's crock-pot weather. I don't know if we've used it or not. We bought it at the end of last winter or spring. We bought it to make stuff because it's good like that. I thought we used it to make homemade baked beans. We've never done that before. And no, she used the Dutch oven. One of the pieces of kitchen equipment I highly encourage any couple to buy. Pitch to Mantle. Struck him out. Boddicker got him on a call, strike 3. Yankees go in order. After 1, no score. So Benzinger, Gedman, and Owen to face Larson, who threw 27 pitches in the first. Benzinger played game 1. He probably will not play game 2. Well, we'll see what we do with Whitey Ford. Tied with 1 for 3 at Fenway with a strikeout. Fly ball, right center field. Back goes Bauer, and that's gone. So Benzinger homers, and the Red Sox go up 1-0. His first of the tournament. Into the seats in right center. So no hitter either. The Red Sox, the wild card in every sense of the word. Well, the other 7 teams, if you're joining this tournament late, won their respective World Series in the year that we replayed it. Rich Gedman went 1 for 4. He caught game 1 in Boston against the Reds and had an RBI. I believe we went with Rick Cerrone with the lefty in Cincinnati. Pitch to Gedman, and Gedman walks. So 1 on, nobody out for Spike Owen, who went 1 for 7 against the Reds. With a double, an RBI, a run scored. He's there for his defense, not necessarily his offense. Larson deals. Owen punches that one into right center field. Bauer throws it back in. Gedman has my speed. He'll hold it second. First and second, nobody out for Marty Barrett. Marty 1 for 7. A double and 2 RBI. And Larson walked him. Wow. Larson, if I remember correctly, didn't pitch well in the World Series either. It was Whitey Ford and Tom Sturdivant that got the Yankees to the promised land. Opening 9 for Larson, 51 pitches, 1+ inning, 2 hits. The home run to Benzinger. He has walked 3 and struck out 2. He's turning into Don Sutton out there. Boggs walked his first time up. So bases loaded. Barrett, Owen, and Gedman on the base paths. Gedman on third, Owen on second, Barrett on first. Larson deals. That is up the middle, and that is a base hit. Gedman will score. The Red Sox are notorious for station-to-station baseball, and it's 2-0. You look at the outcome box there, that's heavily favored towards the Yankees. Hadn't been that way so far. Burks is 0 for 1. So Boggs on first, Barrett on second, and Owen on third. Larson deals, and Burks walks with the bases loaded in case he's going to have to come out and chat with him. So it's 3-0 here with nobody out in the second inning. Larson says he's okay. You got plenty of options. You got Byrne who can go 70 pitches. You got Coleman who can go 75. McDermott's actually an option too. Kux and Grimm as well. Sturdivant really the only one you wouldn't want to use. F-35's flying overhead, doing some night flying. Mike Greenwell 0 for 1. So Larson is in the frying pan now. Barrett on third, Boggs on second, Burks on first. Andy, what are you guys making the crock pot? Pitch to Greenwell. There's a fly ball center field. Mantle will be able to track this one down. Barrett will tag and run on Mantle's arm. The throw is cut off by McDougald, and the Red Sox go up 4-0. 1 out for Evans, who struck out his first time up. Poor Bart. Pitch to Dewey. Struck him out. That's 3 for Larson. So Larson, this will be a bullpen game for sure for New York. The question is, with this Yankee offense, 4 runs is not out of the question. Can Larson keep the damage under 5? Jim Rice struck out his first time up. There's a ground ball to McDougald. Over to Skowron, and Rice is retired. So, however, the Red Sox 4 runs on 3 hits and no errors. After an inning and a half, it's the Red Sox 4, the Yankees nothing. Chili, yep, we do that. Soup, yep, we've made that. Chicken, you make your own corned beef or do you buy corned beef? If you make corned beef, I definitely want to talk to you because the wifey loves that. I'm not a fan of the cabbage part, but I'll eat the corned beef. Yogi Berra went 2 for 8 against Seattle, a double and a solo homer, and I believe the solo homer came in Seattle. Ground ball to Barrett. Marty in the hole, throws to first, 1 out. Day games tomorrow, and if we need to, a day game on Thursday. Bill Skowron 1 for 7. Certainly not his World Series. He struck out 3 times against Seattle. That's a base hit, left center field. Burks will cut it off, and Skowron is on the first hit for the Yankees. Here's Bauer. He went 2 for 5 against Seattle with 2 walks and a double. Oh, you buy the corned beef. Okay. Yeah, my wife loves it. I am not a fan of New England boiled dinner. I know. Blasphemy. I know. Skowron on first. Bauer hits a ground ball to short. Owen makes a fantastic play. Wasn't going to get Skowron, but he does get Bauer. Benzinger keeps a foot on the bag. 2 out. So Owen there for his glove. For Bob Serve, who went 1 for 3 with a home run. I don't think we'll use him against lefties as a DH. Serve pops one up. Left side, Boggs. Reaches over, makes the play, and we're done. Yankees get a hit and leave a runner on. We go to third in game 1. Red Sox 4, Yankees nothing. So Benzinger, who homered, Gedman and Owen to face Larson, who is not pitched well. Didn't pitch well in the postseason and for us, and has been hit hard here against the Red Sox in the first 2 innings. There is a high ground ball to short. McDougal, the backhand throw to first. They got him. You play Euchre, Steve? Rich Gedman walked and scored in the second. Never played Euchre. Ground ball to Larson. Throws to Skowron for the out. 2 away for Spike Owen, who singled and scored. Oh, you do? I've never played it. I'm tried a couple times to teach myself bridge. If you look hard enough, you can find a couple videos of me playing bridge. Pitch to Owen. Into center field. Mickey doesn't really have to move. He'll make the catch, and Larson has his first 1-2-3 inning of the ballgame. After 2.5, Red Sox 4, Yankees nothing. So Carey, Martin, and McDougal to face Boddicker here in the third. Andy or Max, 2 for 7 against Seattle with an RBI. Bridge is kind of like chess, except for it is a 4-player game. Carey hits a slow bounder to Barrett. Marty's got it over to Benzinger for the out. I had the Hoyle collection of games. And Euchre's there. With that, Canasta and Gin. Billy Martin 1 for 6 against Seattle with a walk. Let's go Sox. Poor John, I don't know what he's going to do tomorrow when the Yankees are the road team. Pitch to Martin. There's a ground ball to third. Boggs waits. Throws to first. Benzinger there for the out. Your chest tight Stratego. I think we've talked about that before. So the old Meatloaf song, I'll do anything for love, but I won't do that. Gil McDougal, by the way, 0 for 1. Opening 9 for Boddicker. 33 pitches, 2 2/3, a hit and a strikeout. So the old Meatloaf song, I'll do anything for love, but I won't do that. In my mom's case, it was play Stratego with my dad. He loved it and she hated it. Pitch to McDougal, struck him out. Boddicker threw 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. An 0-2 pitch that McDougal waved at. Red Sox 4, Yankees nothing. So Barrett, Boggs, and Burks. Larson a better third. He's pretty much now in relief for himself. Marty walked and scored in the second. Popped up left side, McDougal. 1 out. So I like Scrabble. At one point, I had a membership with the International Computer Scrabble Club. My mom is dyslexic, so we never played a lot of Scrabble. But I enjoy it. And it's not Words with Friends. Boggs has walked, I believe with the bases loaded, and singled is 1 for 1. Opening 18 for Larson, 89 pitches, 3 1/3, 3 hits, the home run to Benzinger. He has walked 4 and struck out 3. There is a ground ball to McDougal. Gill throws to Scourin for the out. Cat had a vet. No, it doesn't get the out because he threw it away. So McDougal throws it away, and Oberman's mom gets hit. He throws it into the seats. Thankfully, she has a Heinrich Lundqvist signed goalie pad. And so it bounced off her chest, and she's just smiling now. But Boggs is on second, one out. Can't blame that one on Larson. Burks 0 for 1. A walk and an RBI. Well, you got your dad hooked on the Daily Jumble. I remember doing those in the paper. I remember newspapers. Pitch to Burks. Popped up. McDougal trying to atone for his bad throw. Goes behind Carey's almost into left field and will make the out 2 away for Greenwell, who has an RBI. He's 0 for 1. So the cat had a vet visit today. She is asleep beside me. She is 14. And it was not, the vet I don't think was very happy. We found a heart murmur. And we'll know in a few days how severe that is. Did you know that they actually have a cardiologist for cats? Fly ball, shallow right center. Mantle coming in, makes the catch. And the Red Sox threaten but do not score. The error does not hurt. After 3.5, Boston 4, the Yankees nothing. And so the winner of this series goes on to face the 78 Los Angeles Dodgers. The Yankees took Game 1 in L.A. 5-4. Rizzuto, tremendous postseason series, had 3 hits in Game 1. Dodgers go into New York and beat the Yankees 3-2. And then the walk-off hit for the Dodgers in Game 3 to beat the Yankees 4-3. Remember, this was the 49 Yankees. It was that Allie Reynolds took a no-hitter into the 7th for New York, and the bullpen choked it away. So the Dodgers seem to be a team of destiny. They are the number 1 seed, and so they would get home field. Don't know how I have that set up. Well, they certainly will get home field if it's the Red Sox. Slaughter, Mantle, and Barra to face Boddicker here in the 4th. Enos is 0 for 1. Do they do a CAT scan? Oh, Yahtzee's one of my favorites. No, I don't want to pay for the imaging for that. What they'll do is we did a blood test because she's on Apoquel for her allergies, which is a dog medication. And she's 14, so we knew that we would have a blood test anyway. And the vet called after the appointment and said, oh, yeah, we can offer this as part of the blood test package to see, what her heart function is. So, again, she's 14. She's a small little girl. She only weighs 9 pounds. Slaughter hits a base hit. That's past Owen into left field. Greenwell has an acre of space out there to throw it back in. Nobody out for Mickey Mantle, who struck out his first time up. And Mantle hits this one into left center field. Burks will grab it on a hop. Slaughter will hold. He's got good speed. And again, 4 runs with this offense is not out of the question. Slaughter has speed on second. Mantle has speed on first. Yogi Berra is 0 for 1. So the Yankees finally have Boddicker solved a little bit. Got him! And 0-2 at the belt on a fastball, 1 out. For Scourin, who singled his first time up. It won't take much for the Yankees to put up 4, 5, 6 runs. They are that kind of team. That is a slow ground ball to Owen. He'll go to first for the only play there, and Scourin beat it out. Owen knew he had no chance at Mantle at second. I don't know if he double-clutched enough or Scourin just found the afterburner, But the Yankees have the bases loaded and nobody out for Hank Bauer, who hit 26 home runs for New York on the real year. Boddicker deals. That's a ground ball right back to the mound. They will try 2 for the price of 1. Barrett for 1, and there's no throw to first. He had a really good chance at Slaughter, but a double play would have ended the inning. Here's serve. He's 0 for 1. Skowron gave Marty Barrett the Frank White roll block slide, and Marty just couldn't get a throw off to first. So it's 4-1, and serve is the tying run. Snap throw down to third, and Mantle is back. Gedman doing his best Yogi Berra impression, and Mickey just kind of gives him a nod. It's a 1-ball count. Boddicker deals. Struck him out. The Red Sox get out of it. Run. 3 hits, no errors. Yankees have left on 3, and we go to the 5th in Game 1. Boston 4, New York 1. So Dewey, Rice, and Benzinger to face Larson, who probably has one more inning in him. After that disastrous second, he's been able to eat a couple. Struck him out. That's 4 for Larson. A 1-2 off speed. Got him looking. For Jim Rice, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. That is a fly ball left field. Slaughter will make the catch, and there's 2 out. For Todd Benzinger. Benzinger homered in the second. He did hit 13 in 88. 2 for 5 now on the playoffs for the tournament. Larson deals. Ground ball to third. Carey's got it over to Skowron. Halfway through game number 1 on a cool night in Burlington. Red Sox 4, Yankees 1. Well, if you joined us late, here's how we got here. It's the last of our semifinal series. The winner of the 88 Red Sox and 56 Yankees plays the 78 Dodgers for the greatest hits title. 4 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Red Sox. 1 run, 4 hit, and error for the Yankees. Todd Benzinger hit a solo shot in the second to right center to make it 1-0 Boston. Wade Boggs singled home Rich Gedman to make it 2-0 with the bases loaded. Then Ellis Burks walked with the bases loaded to score Spike Owen, and then Mike Greenwell a sac fly to make it 4-0. Yankees got one back in the 4th, a Hank Bauer fielder's choice on what should have been a double play, made it 4-1. Boddicker, 4 innings, 4 hits. The run was earned, and he has struck out 4. He's pitched well. Don Larson has not. 5 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs, all earned. The home run to Benzinger, he has walked 4 and struck out 4. Carey, Martin, and McDougald to face Boddicker here in the 5th. Andy is 0 for 1. And that is punched in the right for a base hit. The thing that the Yankees do real well, Marty Barrett should have made that play, is, again, they'll just keep coming at you and at you and at you. Billy Martin is 0 for 1. And yes, you might get me to sing Bob Stanley time at some point, because his ERA is still infinity. Struck him out. 5 for Boddicker. Martin looked at a 2-2 fastball at the belt, 1 away. For McDougald, who's 0 for 2 with the strikeout. Opening 18 for Boddicker, 72 pitches, 4 1/3, 5 hits, and 5 strikeouts. Carey goes to second because Boddicker threw it away. A 1-2 fastball in the dirt, skipped away from Gedman, and that's a wild pitch. So Boddicker, 69 degrees, and the wind is very calm, blowing in off the scoreboard in right center. At 1. Base hit right field. Carey should score. Evans has it. Carey holds. So again, the tying run is at the plate for Enos Slaughter, who was 1 for 2 today. He has singled and scored. 1 out. Boddicker shaking his head. McDougal on third. The wild pitch. Carey on first. Slaughter up the middle. Owen. Again, they'll try for 2. Barrett for 1. And is there no throw? There is no throw. McDougal took the Frank White slide out, and Owen couldn't get a throw out. 2 on. It's a 4-2 ball game. Barbara, how are you? So you only thought that Tom Amansky taught baseball fundamentals. Oh, no. Frank White did as well. How to anger middle infielders. Mickey Mantle is 1 for 2. He's got himself a single and a strikeout. But, no, I didn't want that. And Mantle draws the walk. I'm doing well. Thanks, Barb. So first and second, and now Berra the go-ahead run as Mike Boddicker sputtering here in the 5th. Gedman has a word. Boddicker shakes his head. Berra up the middle to Marty Barrett, over to Benzinger, and the Yankees will just have to deal with the Singleton. They leave on 2. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. We go to the 6th, the Red Sox 4, the Yankees 2. So everyone got their no-dos ready for tonight. Rich Gedman 0 for 1, a walk and a run scored. I saw it in the wide world of crazy things that Brad Paisley, I didn't realize lived in Southern California, but I guess he does, or is a huge Dodger fan, sang the national anthem now twice before a World Series game. The only 2 World Series games ever to go 18 innings. 2018 against Boston, and last night or this morning against Toronto. Pitch to Gedman, walked him. How you doing, Sean? So the 5th walk for Larson. Here's Owen. Spike 1 for 2 is going to bunt. Again, Gedman with a mobility scooter on first. Owen will square. The bunt is down. And Skowron tags Owen for out. And it worked. Gedman's on second. For Marty Barrett, Marty has walked. He's 0 for 1. So if you had asked me if I thought Larson was going to give you 6 after that second inning, I would have went no way. But sometimes you stick with it. The Yankees have chipped away at it, and it's a 2-run game. Pitch to Barrett. There is a bounder past McDougal into left field. Gedman has no speed. Slaughter should have made the play, but will get away with at least the run not scoring, as Gedman will hold at third. So 2 on, 1 out for Boggs. 27 batters deep for Larson. 124 pitches. 5 1/3, 4 hits. The home run to Benzinger. He's walked 5 and struck out 4. Doing okay. Hoping to go with, well, hopefully you're doing all right. Been a great World Series so far, huh? Boggs 1 for 2. He's got himself a walk and an RBI single in this one. We'll do noon Eastern tomorrow for Game 2 from Boston. Clemens for the Red Sox, and I suppose you got to go with Whitey Ford for the Yankees. The thing is that Ford never pitched well at Fenway. Barrett and Larson have a word. Don nods, delivers. High ground ball to Martin, might be two. Gedman will try to limp home. McDougald for one, Skowron for two. They turn it. That's what you're supposed to do, Boston. 5.5 in the books. Red Sox threaten but do not score. It is the Red Sox 4, the Yankees 2. So here's Skowron, Sean's buddy. We knew he'd be here because he's doing well. Moose, 4-2. Red Sox lead, bottom of the sixth. He has singled twice tonight, his Skowron. Skowron struggled through the Seattle series, and you didn't come to any of those games. Pitch to Skowron, there is a base hit. Of course there is. See, Sean, it's the magic of the Moose. Greenwell throws it back in, and the tying run is at the plate. And Hank Bauer, who is 0 for 2, with an RBI. I hate to tell you who's loosening for the pen for the Red Sox. Bauer pass Barrett into right center. Burks will get past him, and Evans will pick it up, and Bauer's in the second with a double. Too early for Smith. So, 309? Oh, I guess I got to do it. Andy, I got to do it. Everybody, let me hear you. And a 1 and a 2. It's Bob Stanley time. It's Bob Stanley time. It's time for me to pull out my hair, 'cause it's Bob Stanley time. In Game 1, his ERA is infinity. Mike Boddicker, who got you kicked out of a draft league you were in with others. Someone traded him for nothing, and I lost it. That's how I felt when the Red Sox gave up Kurt Schilling and Brady Anderson for him. But I got yelled at once for talking about Mike Boddicker in not so pleasant terms. All right, Rapid Robert, 34. Fastball at 84. In his one appearance in Game 2 against the Reds, he didn't retire anybody. He threw 13 pitches. He allowed a home run and 3 earned runs. Serve is 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout. So Bauer, the tying run on second, and the Moose on third. Base hit right field. Skowron will score. Gets past Evans. Bauer will score. And the Yankees have tied this ball game at 4. So Stanley still can't retire anybody. Here's Andy Carey. Andy 1 for 2. Those runs are charged to Boddicker. Andy has singled and scored a run. It's not good. Nope, not at all. Not at all. Carey swings. Stanley's going to retire a batter. Back goes Evans. That should and will stay in the ballpark. How about that? A web gem. Evans has to do a spinorama, goes up against the short wall, and makes the play. And for the first time in this tournament, Bob Stanley's retired a blankety-blank batter. And his ERA improves from infinity to 81. Here's Martin. Billy is 0 for 2 with a strikeout, 1 out, and a tie game in the 6th. Ground ball to third. No, that's past Boggs down the line. Greenwell won't be able to get it. Serve around third. And the Yankees take a 5-4 lead. Paul, how you doing there? How's Gus? I would love Bob Stanley to put a restraining order on me soon. Abso-freaking-lutely. So Stanley's ERA now is ballooned up to 108. Here's McDougald, 1 for 3. 1 out in the 6th. The Yankees are up 5-4. Glad that Gus is okay. Up the middle. Barrett's got it. Over to Benzinger. 2 out. Martin moves to third. Bob Stanley's going to be Billy Martin's drinking partner. Everything I've ever heard about Bob Stanley says he's a nice guy. Enos Slaughter is 1 for 3. He has singled tonight, driven in a run, and scored. 5-4, Yankees 3 here in the 6th. To third, Boggs. Over to first, Benzinger is there, and Slaughter is retired. So Stanley chokes up the bit, 3 runs, 4 hits, and no errors. So Boddicker, I believe Stanley's on hook for the loss. 4 of those runs are Boddicker's, 1 is Stanley's. We go to the 7th. Yankees 5, Red Sox 4. You'd put Bob. How you doing, Scotty? You'd put Bob in before Papelbon? Early Papelbon I would disagree with. By the time that he had reached the end of his rope in Boston, as in dancing around with the Bud Light boxes on his head, Papelbon was a fly ball pitcher. Ellis Burks 0 for 2, an RBI and a walk. Yeah, I didn't say I love Papelbon. That would be... So Larson down to brass tacks here. Pitch to Burks. Base hit past Carey into left field. Slaughter will pick it up, and Rip Coleman comes in to pitch. So I didn't have Larson getting the win on my card, especially after that second inning. Coleman 3-5 in 56, a 3.67 ERA, 29 games, 2 saves. He started 9. He's just 25. Fastball at 86 and a ground ball pitcher. You know who saw the end of last night's game, Paul? A name you're going to know. George Como. You should know that name. You grew up around here. Mike Greenwell, by the way, 0 for 2. I thought that was a base hit. Slaughter made the catch. Anyway, 1 out for Greenwell. 0 for 2 with an RBI. That is hit up the middle for a base hit, and Greenwell is a tying run. For Dwight Evans, who has taken the collar tonight, he struck out 3 times. For you, Scotty, what time do you normally go to bed? Because it ended at 12:50 or 11:51 Pacific. And Evans draws the walk. So the tying run is in scoring position, and the go-ahead run is on for Jim Rice, who is 0 for 3 with a K. Freeman must now be very high on the list for most walk-off home runs in a World Series all time. That's his second. High ground ball to Martin. McDougald for... No! They don't get anybody! He went to do the toss to McDougald, and Martin missed him. And the bases are loaded and 1 out. That should have been a 4-6-3 double play, but Billy Martin started drinking early. And now the Red Sox have him loaded and one out. I figured from some of the times I've gotten your messages that you were up late, midnight isn't too bad. Todd B. homered in the second at 4-run second inning. He's got a chance now to put the Red Sox back up. Rip Coleman is his first name right now. Greenwell on third, Evans on second, and Rice on first, who sure as heck thought he was going to be doubled up. They didn't get anybody. Popped up. McDougal says a few words to Billy Martin as he goes to the bag at second for the out. 2 out for Gedman, who will get pinch hit for here. Wow. We're Brady Anderson. That's cool. Let's see. Larry Parrish will pinch hit. Parrish played up in Cincinnati and went 0 for 3. So again, Greenwell on third, Evans on second, Rice on first, 5-4 New York, 2 out, top the seventh. Coleman deals. Parrish into right. Bauer should make the grab. It's a long fly ball, and he will. And the Red Sox leave him loaded. After 6.5, stretch time, 5-4 New York. Red Sox will go with Wes Gardner. As we were not going to let Bob Stanley face Mickey Mantle. Gardner, 27. Run several hockey leagues in Saugus. I mean, not that Gardner. 8-6 was Wes, a 3.5 ERA. Half starts, half pan. 18 starts, 36 games. Fastball at 92 and a fly ball pitcher. Your pet sitting jobs keep you up earlier, huh? Yeah, that makes sense. I have an aunt that's older than you, and she's a night owl. 149 innings for Wes, 119 pitches, 17 home runs. He walked 64 and struck out 106. If I remember correctly, he pitched quite well in the World Series against the Reds. And yes, Larry perished at the plate. And the Yankees are still ahead. Sean, I have an image of you right now with that evil, Dr. Evil jacket with a finger to your lips with one hand and petting a cat with the other. Larry perished at the plate. The Yankees are still ahead. Mickey is 1 for 2 tonight. Mantle has singled, walked, and struck out. Gardner deals. That's a base hit into right center, and Burks will pick it up. So Cerrone is a 7 and a 4 behind the plate. Gardner is 7 on the mound. Yogi Berra 0 for 3 with a K. Mantle a threat to steal. Gardner throws over, and Mickey's back. However, we're going to pitch out. Runner goes to throw down to Owen, and Mantle's in there. So another runner in scoring position in a 1-ball count to Yogi Berra. Fly ball opposite way in the left. Greenwell will make the grab, and Mantle goes back to second. The home team in the first 5 series. No, the Red Sox. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not true. Because the Red Sox and Yankees won their respective game wins at home. Never mind. Bill Skowron, the Moose, is 3 for 3 tonight with a run scored. 3 singles, Mantle on second. Gardner deals. That is a line shot to Barrett, and Mickey's got to go back. So 2 out. They finally retire Skowron. Just think of Ohtani getting straight. Yep, game 1. This is game 1. Of Ohtani reaching base 9 straight times last night. My word. Here's Bauer. Double, 1 for 3, an RBI and a run scored. Part of that 3-run outburst in the 6th for New York. Struck him out. Gardner works around the base hit. No runs, no errors. The Yankees have left on 7. And after 7, it is the Yankees 5, the Red Sox 4. So Owen, Barrett, and Boggs to face Coleman. Still isn't talking to Billy Martin. Spike 1 for 2. A single and a run scored. Struck him out, first for Rip. He ripped a fastball on a full count and got him. Yet Gardner pitched well. Lee Smith starting to stir. Marty Barrett 1 for 2. Marty has a walk, a single, and a run scored. Well, what he got? What 2 homers, 3 straight hits, and then they walked him 18,000 times. Yeah, you don't pitch to Ohtani. Ground ball to short. McDougal's got it. Makes a fantastic play over to Skowron, and Marty is retired. 2 out for Boggs. Wade. Oh, Tommy Byrne is going to pitch. No, he's not. I think I want to leave Byrne as a possible starter. Although Boggs has a pretty good on-base percentage. Wade 1 for 3. An RBI and a walk. Coleman has faced 6 batters and retired 4. Right back up the box to Coleman, over to Skowron, and out. And Ron made the right call. After 7.5, no runs, no hits, no errors. Yankees 5, Red Sox 4. So serve, Carey, and Martin to face Gardner here in the 8th. Bob 1 for 3, a 2-run single, and a run scored. Baseball Demos replayed last night's game with History Maker Baseball, because you can do that, and Ohtani had 5 Ks. Oof. Yeah, I mean, their 18 batters is a lot for a starter to face. I still think Savage is such a tremendous story. I mean, imagine that. So you're starting the year in Dundean. It's April. You're a kid. You got good stuff. You're in low A ball. You end your season starting game 1 of the World Series in Toronto, and the first batter you face is Shohei Ohtani, and you strike him out. You just couldn't write a better script. Serve to Gardner, left side of the rubber, over to Benzinger, 1 out. Andy Carey 1 for 3, a single and a run scored. To be fair, though, Sean, who was it? The Dodgers starter from game 2, who threw the complete game, was going to pitch the 19th last night if the game went 19. On 2 days rest. I was talking to Mr. Gardner today, not Wes. And I said, it really kind of now, the playoffs, have kind of taken on a Stanley Cup vibe. Because the rules are different now for the playoffs as they are in the regular season. And you just never know. And you get that drama like you do in a Stanley Cup final of that double or triple overtime game. Carey 1 for 3. He has singled and scored. And Carey draws the walk for Billy Martin. Martin managed Cerrone in New York. Not sure if he liked him or not. Cerrone holds up a middle finger and asks Billy how many fingers he sees. Billy 1 for 3. He has doubled home a run and struck out. Gardner deals. There's a pop-up fly ball left field. That's well hit. Back goes Greenwell, and the Gator will make the catch. You got to figure out why this is running so slow. 2 out for McDougal, who was 1 for 4. Red Sox in the 9th, Burks, Greenwell, and Evans. And if they want to pull Coleman now, I will let that happen. Pitch to McDougal. Throw down to Barrett, and Carey steals the bag. So the Yankees throwing some speed down there. Trying to get an insurance run. McDougal 5 for 13 on the tournament with a double. That's a base hit in the right center field. Burks will pick it up. Carey will score with ease, and it worked. It's now 6-4. So here's Slaughter. Enos 1 for 4. He has singled, driven in a run, and scored. Base hit, right center field. Evans will pick it up on a hop. McDougal on his way to third. Am I really going to have to waste Lee Smith for one batter? Yep. So Gardner will come out. There are no good options here. So we bring in Lee Arthur. He pitched an inning and 2/3 against the Reds. 31 years old. Fastball at 94. That was a huge insurance run, yeah. Andy Carey acting like Max Carey on that steal. Smith pitched in Game 2. Didn't think I'd have to pitch him, but after Bob Stanley pitched like Bob Stanley, Smith, an inning and 2/3 and 19 pitches, and that's it. Yeah, Will Klein, who wasn't even on the playoff roster, comes in last night and throws what, 4? 4 2/3? And got the win. So runners on the corners, Slaughter on first, McDougal on third. Mickey 2 for 3 tonight. A stolen base and a walk. Smith, deep breath, fly ball, right field. Dewey going back, way back there, and gone. And so Mickey Mantle with a 3-run homer. I could have left Gardner in there for that. And the Yankees go up 9-4. Not quite Dolly Parton, but close. You don't think there's a little extra incentive for Mantle now that DiMaggio is gone to show off a little bit, huh? Someone in the viewing audience liked that home run. I won't mention any names. But chances are he's a New Jersey Devils fan. Here's Yogi. He's 0 for 4 with a K. Up the middle, Marty Barrett's got it over to Benzinger, and that will do. The Yankees put up 4 insurance runs. What did I tell you about them putting up runs in a hurry? 3 of them on the home run from Mickey Mantle. And we go to the 9th here in New York. Yankees 9, Red Sox 4. So Rip Coleman, we'll see what the Yankees do with him. Ellis Burks 0 for 3, an RBI and a walk. Just for the record, as we start the top of the 9th inning here, a couple newer viewers going, are these games rigged? And if you've ever watched the channel, yeah, it's amazing how Lee Smith has performed. Although I think by the time that, it was Boddicker. Don't get me started on that Game 7, okay? If you've ever watched a channel for any length of time, you know who my favorite team is. Do you really think if I was rigging games, I'd rig them against the Red Sox? I think not. Burks 0 for 3, a walk and an RBI. Walked him. So for the record, 5 to tie, 6 to go ahead. Here's Greenwell. Mike 1 for 3, a single and an RBI. You're here for the show tunes. It's Bob Stanley. I'm sorry. I got to deal with this all in 86 again, too. Pitch to Greenwell. Struck him out. Nice pitch from Coleman. Greenwell chased a fastball. Here's Dwight Evans. Dewey 0 for 3, but he walked. It's Rice that reached for the air on the air. And he walks again. If I could rig those tribute games, they would be much different. Absolutely. So first and second, one out for Jim Rice. Now, if I was to rig a game, it would be right here. It would be right here. Somehow, some way, Rice would hit a 6-run homer here. Tonight, he's 0 for 4. He should have grounded into a double play. But Billy Martin couldn't find Gil McDougald. Wow. DeMarco, being the good sport that he is, all Red Sox fans will be singing now, Singing in the Rain. It will rain through their tears, though. Singing in the rain. I'm singing in the rain. There, you happy? Pitch, Barrett and Coleman have a word. Rip delivers. Rice hits a ground ball to Martin. McDougald for 1, Scourin for 2. They are that good. The Yankees win game 1 by the score of 9-4. Took 3 hours and 51 fake minutes for this one. I'm telling you, this whole tournament has just been so much fun. Monopoly. Flip the board. Yankees, 9 runs, 14 hits, 2 errors. They left on 7. Red Sox, 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors. And they leave on 10. And Mantle with a 3-run shot in the 8th to put it away is your MVP. Boddicker, 5 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, all earned, a walk, and plus stuff. Okay, 105 pitches. Stanley time, 1 inning, 2 hits. A run it was earned as the run average has gone from infinity to 36. Gardner, seemingly unfair, he gave up the 3 runs because it was Smith that gave up the home run. Inning and 2/3 for West. 3 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Sometimes even ERA isn't a fair stat. A walk and a strikeout. And Smith gave up the 3-run shot to Mickey Mantle. Don Larson, again, if you were with us earlier, it was 4-0 in the second, and I was looking to see who to put in. 6 1/3, 4 hits, 4 runs, the home run to Benzinger. He walked 5 and struck out 4. Rip Coleman, 2 2/3 of yeoman's work. He pitched really well. A hit, he walked 3 and struck out. Yeah, I'm used to this kind of stuff. And struck out 2. So game 2 will be tomorrow at noon Eastern. Right here. So go enjoy the World Series of either RJLs or the real World Series. Final score tonight, Yankees 9, Red Sox 4. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Have yourself a good night.